I'm here in Canada and I'm feeling really nostalgic about my family recipes. So today I'm going to share with you some of my favorite family recipes. This is Cooking in Canada. Okay, so today we're making a cheddar beer bread recipe that my mom used to make for us as a kid, and it's super easy and really yummy. Okay, so we're gonna start, actually first make sure your oven is preheated to 350 and let that go. And then we're gonna, even though we have parchment, we're also going to butter and flour the inside of this dish, and I just really think the best way to do it is use your hands. So I'm especially gonna butter the part that's not covered by parchment because I'm assuming that they think that this is going to stick. It's also, if you want your parchment to not slide, you can stick a little butter down there and just kind of stick it in. There we go. Okay. So, you know, sometimes your butter's more room temp, and sometimes it's cold in Canada and your room is just kind of cold. Ooh. And so there you go. We got it. We did it. Okay, great. So I'm just going to steal a little bit from like our flour, and I'm just going to toss it in. And you're supposed to really toss it around and blah, blah, blah. It really only matters if you don't have parchment, but I just made sure there's a little flour in there to help it not stick. Now, time to make the batter. So first, we're gonna add our flour. And then we have salt, sugar, and baking powder in here. And we're just gonna toss that around, make sure it's mixed. And then we're gonna add our cheddar cheese, and we want to, I kind of sometimes like to add it in two parts because you don't want the pieces of cheese to stick together. You really want to coat them all with the flour. So now I'm going to add a little more. Ooh. Add a little more cheese. Great. This is what you want it to look like. And then I'm adding shallots and spring onions, but you can pretty much add whatever kind of oniony flavoring you want, or I'm pretty sure you could probably add any flavoring, but you know, to the same proportions. Let me know what you do with it. So give it a toss, make sure it's all distributed. If it's in one clump, then you'll get a clump in your bread. Great. So that's looking perfect. Now is the fun part. We add one beer. Nice. Okay, and it says to add it in 4 parts. So I'm just going to start folding it together. And when it dries out, I'll add a little more. I don't know if I'm going to get to 4 installations now. I'm doing 2. So you just want to fold this until you don't see any more dry spots. All right. Okay, so mix it until it comes together like a dough. That looks nice. It does look like kind of a nice biscuit dough, which is what it pretty much is. So, okay, now this is one of those things where like you're gonna want to keep like tossing it around, but I'm gonna have to stop myself. But look how beautiful it looks. You see all those pieces of cheddar, your pieces of onion and shallot. Okay, now let's just get this into the pan. Wow, beautiful. It is a bread. Now I'm gonna just push the bread down so it fills our loaf pan. Make sure it gets into all the corners. I'm just gonna do this and make sure there's no big air pockets. Okay, looks pretty beautiful, I will say. I kind of want to smooth this part out a little more. Okay, but you know, as usual, you could do this all day long. Eventually you'll have to get it into the oven, and it's time to put it in the oven. Yum. Oh, look how beautiful this looks. I can't wait till it's baked off. Here we go. Okay, into the center of a 350-degree oven, and leave it for about, I'm gonna check it in in 40 minutes. Okay. We are ready. The timer has gone off. It's been 50 minutes and it's time to check on our bread. Oh my goodness, look at it. Okay, be careful, it's so hot. It smells incredible. Yum, yum. Wow, it's so beautiful. It puffed so much. Oh my gosh. That is a beauty. Now, look at that. I haven't made something so beautiful in a very long time. I recommend you let this cool before you slice into it. So we're just gonna have to wait. But, oof. Looks so good. Oh my gosh, it smells incredible. Alright, action. Here we go, moment of truth. Woo, it lifts right out. Yay. Oh, look at that. Yum. Can't wait to get into a cross section of that. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's put this on a cutting board somewhere. Or actually a cooling rack. Let's just cool it down. Ta-da! You know I can't resist cutting into a hot loaf, so here we go. We let it cool like a few minutes. It's just warm. It's not like boiling hot still. So we let it like cool a little. I'm not, you know, still follow some rules. Okay. Oh my God, it looks so good. Okay. Beautiful. Let's just get into this. Wow. Oh. Delish. Well, I'm just gonna slather a little bit of butter onto this. Wow, look at how delicious that looks. What the heck? Ta-da. Oh no, it won't. There we go. Okay, I'm just gonna let that melt in, and now I'm gonna take a beautiful bite. Look at that. Yum, 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 yum. What the heck? Ready? Okay, I know that normally on like a loaf of bread, nobody wants the like butt end of the loaf, but on this loaf of bread, I think everybody is actually fighting for this end because it has the yummy crispy cheese on the outside. What? It's so good. And the beer, you really, really, really taste it in the cheddar. A little bit of onions. It has a little sweetness to it. It's still very savory. So good. Once this cools down, this makes a great open-faced sandwich, great, honestly, toasted. Really whatever you want, just as a snack. Yum. Well, I guess I have to remind you every time, please like and subscribe. You know, send it to a friend if you think that they would like this recipe.